Good afternoon, everyone. Well, when I was 12 years old, I was swimming in a cold, clear creek called Indian Creek in Tennessee, and I had swam out too far. I had gotten very tired, and I was lucky because my uncle saw me. He heard me say his name, and I thought you went down 3 times when you drown, but you don't. You go down once, in my case. I didn't get the second and third time. I started blacking out and started feeling rather good because when you drown, I didn't know you felt so well. But the oxygen starts depleting from your brain, and you actually feel euphoric. And it was worse to come back than it was to drown. But my uncle, by luck, by chance, he saw me, he pulled me out, and I came to either while I was under his arm or I came to when he got me out. I don't remember that much because it all happened so fast, and I'm sure I was oxygen depleted and everything. My brain wasn't working well until he got me out on the bank. So I was just one lucky person. That happened 45 years ago. Now, let me emphasize something. I said I was lucky, but I wasn't. I was blessed. Now, Ron loves to bring it up, but I was an atheist from the time I was 19 to the time I was 37, and then I found out about God, and I tried to follow God as best I could. But as an atheist, I would have probably told you I was lucky. And by chance, I was saved that day by my uncle. But now, I'll tell you I was blessed. And I'll tell you that it wasn't by chance at all, but God had something for me to do. I don't know how much I do for God. I try to do something for Him. But He had something for me to do. He didn't want me to die right then. One of my good friends drowned near the same place. He didn't come back. He was a young man. I don't even think he was 20 when he drowned, real close to where I almost drowned. It was a place called Middle Bridge. But it was a blessing. It wasn't by chance. Let's turn to Genesis, the 1st chapter, because neither was the world formed by chance. We're just going to go through 2 scriptures here. Genesis, the 1st chapter says, "In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." And you can go on and read the whole creation story. 6 days of creation, plus 1 day of rest. And we recognize that creation and rest because we're here today on that 7th day. Let's turn to John, St. John, the 1st chapter. John, the 1st chapter, we'll read verses 1 through 5. And this scripture was brought out by Ray during his sermonette. It says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shines in darkness, and the darkness comprehends it not." You see, God is deliberate. He's been deliberate this whole time. But certain people believe in chance. Now, chance was instituted as a god, and the first record we have of chance being instituted as a god is in Rome, and I've talked about the goddess of chance named Sybil, Sybil, that god served several purposes, but I want to talk about chance now and how chance has actually killed people in this country.